Now for my project, I decided to make one of the most fun arcade games and one of the most recognizable ones, the stacker machine. Basically, how the stacker machine works is that you have to stack up a bunch of blocks, but here's the catch. Here's the catch. Every single point has to be above solid ground. So that overhanging part, it's gone. And once that part's gone, the next brick becomes that same size, which makes it, and which is the main gimmick that keeps this game interesting. Okay, that's the thing that's just preventing me from just spamming, putting down the blocks and winning. And the blocks get faster the more blocks there are on screen. So that's another layer of challenge. How it works is that how my program works is that there's a function that will drop the block and check for the win state on every time I press the button, and this just updates the screen every 0.01 seconds. So when you initiate this function by pressing W, the block right there will go down to the bottom, or to the bottom, it'll drop, and it'll check to see if there's anything overhanging the other block, so that it can cut it off and adjust the size for the next block. If we can use, hold on. So let's say this is a block. We know this end, and we know where that end is. So if we drop another block, we can check if this end is within these two ends, and if this end is within those two ends as well. If this is not within, we just get rid of this entire section of the block by putting an image over it, or putting another turtle over it, or whatever it is. Next, once that is done, it checks to see, it makes another block, so it puts another one at the top of the screen. Then it checks if the block is over solid ground at all, to see if you lose and it can't continue. And then it gets rid of the extra part of the block. Then after that, it increases the speed, and then if there's more blocks to be placed, it increases Z by 1 to get ready for the next block, and does it all over again. If Z is greater than or equal to 11, that means the last block has been placed down and you win. Now, I felt that this game was too much fun. I want to make it a little more like the original arcade game. So I introduced the least fun mechanic I could think of: randomness. This block of code is meant to rig the game to be more faithful to the arcade original. This will check if a random number is within 253, or if it's not. If it is, you win. If it's not, you have to try it all over again, even though you rightfully earned that win. That's my project.